The most important part of your Keela setup is making sure that you create a Keela donation form and publish it on your website so that folks can give online donations that are automatically logged in your Keela account with a receipt issued via email straight away. It's the most integral part of the entire setup process. So I wanted to show you how you can create that and also where you can learn about it a little bit more. So make sure you're in the Forms section of Keela and just click on this purple Create Form button. And just make sure that you've got the form type of donation selected here. Once you've saved it, you'll see tabs at the top that are sort of separating the process a little bit. So the Setup tab here gives you an opportunity to choose all of the setup questions that you'd like to ask your contacts when they're filling out your form. We've got the Designer process here where you can customize each section of the form, the overall style settings of the form, and then the different pages that are available for the form. So the form page here, which is the actual donation form itself that's requesting a donation payment from your donors. The thank you page, which appears after they've submitted their donation. It says thank you and lets them share it on social media. And then the form close page, which happens if you ever close this form in the future and you're wanting to display a message in case folks accidentally access it. Whether you're in the Setup tab here, adjusting how the form is set up, or you're in the Designer tab, customizing how your form looks, if you have any questions about the process or want to know how something works, head to our knowledge base. We have a whole section on forms here, and you'll see that we've got a numbered set of articles that talk through the process from start to finish. So number 1 was how to create a form. We've already done that part. We've skipped the overview tab, but here's the setup tab here. So that might be the first article that you want to look through. And you can see in this table of contents already that every single bit of information that was possibly included on this setup tab is addressed directly here. So maybe you're looking at it and you think, what does cumulative receipting mean? Well, you can look in the sidebar here and you can find that in the table of contents, or if you want, you can search for it. That's another good one. I can click there and jump down to it, but you'll find your answer in this article. And the same goes for designing. If I scroll back up to the top, I can head back to forms and perhaps I want to look this time at customizing the content section of my form page. So that's this page here that we're on. And you've got a complete rundown of all of the different sections and things that can be formatted and how to interact with them. So everything is kind of laid out for you and explained in a kind of sequential order. Once you're done designing, head over to the settings page. So the final step to this process is sharing your form online. First, you'll need to publish it. So just click this button, which will make it publicly available, and then you're going to be able to access the sharing options. I recommend sitting down with the person who's responsible for managing your website and chatting through each of these options with them. They'll be able to decide which one's the best one. So whoever's sort of in charge of your website is going to be doing this step. That might even be you, so you might even know which one you want. You can have a read of all of the different options that we have for sharing in our Sharing Your Forms article here. We talk through each one and what they are. So we chat through the public link, the QR code, embedding, and embedding the button there. The one thing I do want to point out is probably our most popular option, which is embedding the form in your website. This is the most popular because it's the best practice industry standard. Embedding the form means that the form will sit snugly within a page on your website, so folks won't have to navigate away from it. This will involve a little bit of website development in that you'll just need to copy this code. So clicking that button automatically copies it and paste the code in the back end of your website. So if anyone has been updating your website lately or manages your website, they should be familiar with this. But you can also look online for resources if your website is managed by a specific brand. So I know that Wix and Squarespace have all kinds of instructions on how to do this as well, for example. Once you've done that, once you've shared your form online, folks will be able to make a contribution and their contact profile will be automatically updated in your Keela account. The payment will be processed by your payment processor and sent to your bank. Their donation will be updated in here, and they'll also receive a donation receipt. And all of that happens automatically. So you'll completely automate your donation processing, which is why we recommend doing it now, because it frees up so much time for you to really make the most out of the rest of Keela.